Hi there, my name is Cynthia Wakeo. I'm the Communication and Events Manager here at Corporate Staffing Services. Today we're going to be talking about a training we offer organizations, the Labor Laws Training. I am joined by our lead trainer, Mr. Pamina Swainaina, who will tell us more about this training. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Cynthia, for having me.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you for being here. So start us by telling us the importance of mastering the labor laws in Kenya.
Good. So the relationship between an employer and an employee is governed by the labor laws. So as such, it's very, very important, especially for us in management or us as business owners to really understand what the labor laws stipulate. Because there are 5 major labor laws. And as they say, ignorance is no defense. And as you know nowadays, if you read if you follow the news, there are always these cases of employers being taken to court for because of one reason or another. So I would say it's in your best interest as an employer or as a manager to be conversant with the various labor laws.
So who is this training made for?
I would say this training is for any decision maker in an organization. So mostly you find the ones who are dealing with people, these are the supervisors, the managers, and the business owners. So it cuts across. It doesn't matter whether you're in HR or you're a production manager or you're a chief accountant. I would say in the modern age, it doesn't discriminate. We all have to know what does the law say when it comes to the relationship between us, I would say in management and the other staff. So it's important for you to understand what are the stipulations.
So if I'm undertaking this training, what do I expect to learn?
Very good question, Cynthia. So we get to ensure that you really get to understand the major components of the labor laws. Now, the reality is we are not training you to be a lawyer. So what we do is we focus on the key aspect of the labor laws that you will encounter. Whether you work for an SME or you run an SME, whether it's a medium-sized firm or whether it's a multinational. So we get to cover issues to do with the employment contract. We get to cover issues to do with the various employment aspects. For example, the leave days, the sick leave. We also get to look at things like if you're to let an employee go, what is the process that you're required to follow? We also go deeper. We look at the issues of, for example, redundancy. So I would say our focus is not just to take you through the law itself, because I mean the reality is you can go, all these documents are available online, but for us is to teach you the implication. What are the key components of the law that you need to understand, and what are the implications if you don't follow the set guidelines and the set laws? So I would say it's pretty comprehensive, and we're able to meet the needs, whether you're an SME, whether you're a big organization, we are able to cover all the areas that are pertinent. But just to be also specific is we look at the Employment Act 2007 in depth, because I would say this is where you find a lot of issues coming up. For example, the issue of termination, the issue of the contractual documents, the issue of performance management also, we get to look at it in an in-depth manner, because those are, if you read in the newspapers, those are the common areas where the employer and the employee conflict.
Yeah, that's true. All right, then tell us more about why CSS stands out to offer this training.
Now, the reason why we stand out is because on a day-to-day basis, we are assisting employers to be able to interpret the employment law, the labor laws, the various labor laws. As you know, we recruit for various organizations, and these organizations, they are from different sectors and industries. So today, an employer could be telling us, Paminas, help me draft an employment contract. The other day, an employer could be telling us, take my staff through KPIs, performance management, you know. Or the other day, we could be in a disciplinary meetings. An employer wants an employee, they want to let go an employee because of an employee has done something.
Yeah.
So I think the advantage we have of, I would say, other trainers is on a day-to-day basis, we are actually using the labor laws to be able to reach a decision. And that's the advantage we offer to employers. Then the other aspect is the fact that we also consult for very many industries. So from there, we are able to advise the employers on the best practices. Because some of these situations, they are not actually written in the labor laws, but you'll find you as an employer being tasked So what we do is, based on a wide range of experience from different industries, different sectors, we can be able to advise you that these are the best practices.
Yeah. And from the previous trainings you've had, are there employers who've come back and told you this training made this impact?
Yes, there are many, because nowadays compliance is a big issue. It's a big headache. And I would say on a day-to-day basis, you find employers being taken to court, many of them. And it's quite interesting because 90% of the time the employees don't have a case. But the reason why the employees feel comfortable to go to that level is because the employers haven't done their bit. For example, you can't just wake up one day and fire someone. There's a process. If someone has not been performing to expectation, you must have taken them through the process. So the courts are not interested with the final decision. They're also interested with the process. So the question is, did you follow that process? So if you didn't follow that process, it doesn't matter your decision. Do you have the documentation even to prove that? So you find a lot of organization, they have their aha moment when they say, wow, I do understand. I don't keep records. I don't keep, I don't, the process I follow may not be as stipulated by the law. Yeah, so majority of them are really happy to know that, okay, the law doesn't require them to go out of the way and do things which are not possible. It's the small things that count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So how long does the training take, and is there any certification for this?
So the training, we offer three options when it comes to training. So number one, we do have an evening class. So where if your schedule doesn't allow you to attend a one-day training, you can attend the evening class. And this one, it's a 3-day training. For those who are available during the day, it's a one-day training. Yeah. So those are the two options that we offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And sorry, I had said three options.
Yeah.
And the other option is where, if you feel that you need a training customized to your organization, to the management staff, so we do offer in-house training. Yeah.
And what about certification?
We are a NITA certified organization, so the fact that we are accredited by NITA means that you can take any of our courses, and the NITA is the body that governs the training in this country, and that means you can even get a reimbursement from NITA. Remember also, we are accredited by the Institute of Human Resource Management. This is the body that governs the HR profession, and so that means we are credible, and all our courses are approved by those entities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for that. So if an employer is looking at this video and they're looking forward to empower their staff with this training, what do you tell them, and what are the next steps?
I think my advice to them is that ignorance is no defense. And every day, if you Google court cases, you'll find all manner of top companies have been sued by staff. Kenya Airways, all manner of institutions. And I always tell employers is you can't prevent someone from suing you because people are of different thinking. They have different mindset. But the question is, what have you done on your part to make sure that you've been able to follow the systems and the processes that are laid out by the law? So if ignorance is no defense, then you don't have a choice. This is an area where I tell employers, just comply. And one step to complying is getting to understand which areas do I need to comply. And that is where the training comes in, to be able really to educate you and to empower you so that you understand this is where I need to be compliant. So if you are in management, like I said, this is not a training just for HR professionals. If you're a business owner, and if you're in management, if you're a supervisor, if you're in any decision-making level, then I would highly encourage that you attend this training.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for that insightful session. It's good to know that employers, to stay compliant, to stay on top of things, helps protect their businesses.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Thank you so much for watching this video. As you've heard, we are here to help you. All you need to do is fill in the form below, leave us with your details, and our training coordinator will reach out to you to take you to the next step. Thank you so much, and see you next time.